In this daily drop, I'm going to talk a little bit about equipment and how my mind works when I'm heading out of town for a production. So let's go. All right, kids, I am out the door soon for this production in San Antonio. And to sort of tack on to the other episode I did about being prepared for a production, but that was more from a producer standpoint, admin standpoint, I want to talk a little bit about equipment. Now, this is a relatively small production. It's happening in a very, very short period of time. It's going to be a crew of 3 people plus the client component, plus the school and the kids and the teachers and the principal and all of that stuff. So there will be a lot of moving parts, but from my standpoint, not from a producer's point of view, but from an equipment and DP and production standpoint, there are things that I have to think about and anybody else who's part of the crew has to think about to be ready for this essentially 4-hour block of time where we're going to have to get all of the content that we can capture. So I have some things down here on the table, but before I show you some of those critical things in terms of how my mind's working or thinking about stuff so that I can be prepared, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm basically dealing with equipment that I'm traveling with. Now, I'm sure this is the same for you, but my carry-on is going to have everything that is critical. That means if I don't get the bags that are checked, I can still execute and get the production done. So obviously camera, batteries, connectivity, and one of the big ones is audio. Now I'm planning to, and here's where we get into this, I am planning to double boom for these interviews, not because there's going to be 2 people in the interviews, but just for redundancy because there's no do-over. So we're going to have people in the chair. I'm going to be asking them questions for maybe 20 to 25 minutes tops. And then we have to turn within about 10 minutes for the next interview. The next interview, we have to flip camera and lighting. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening in a very short period of time. So I'm going to bring this, which will allow me to double boom the 2 mics that I'm bringing. But this is going to be packed in the checked bag. Inside of my carry-on that I'm going to bring on the plane is a separate shock mount so that I can have at least 1 microphone. There's 1 XLR cable in there. So there's stuff inside of that case that just makes sure that we can execute if we absolutely have to without taking out that additional kit. So that's the beginning of how my mind works. Now, I like to test and prep everything before I go on a production. So I have updated the firmware on my Deity TC1, the timecode generator. I have all of the relevant cables that I need to jam sync. And I've even done tests after the firmware update on my MixPre 6.2, on my camera, just to make sure that everything's working. And to that end, while we will jam sync timecode on the day of the production, if we don't have time to do that for some reason, myself and the DP will do that the night before. Yes, there could be a little bit of drift there, but I would rather jam the 2 cameras and the MixPre 6.2 the night before just in case to make sure we're pretty much where we need to be. We'll also be slating, but not with a smart slate. So that's the audio side of things, except the MixPre 6.2, which after I'm done with this will get packed up and, packed up into that 1 case that goes onto the airplane. That has already been changed in terms of the naming conventions, the take number. I formatted the card inside of there, and we will format the cards inside of the cameras the night before production. It's just everything we can do to get to the finish line that much, not necessarily faster, though it will be fast, but that much more accurately or the way it needs to be. Inside of here are the 2 drives that I'm going to bring with me, the Crucial X9 Pros. These have already been formatted, they've already been labeled, and they have already been set up in terms of at least the primary drive, the folder structure. So these are ready for offloading. when we're on location. In fact, what'll probably happen is we'll shoot all of our B-roll for the classroom stuff, the 4 to 5 interviews that are going to be conducted, and then when we are breaking down and getting ready to load out, I'll offload all of the cards from the various cameras. We're going to have 2 C80s. We're going to have an R5C that's really going to be for gimbal type shots. And then we're also going to be bringing the Mini 3 Pro, my DJI drone. So there's folders and everything set up inside of here so that that's all preset. I don't want to have to think about that when I'm on location for a production. In terms of picture related stuff, and again, the normal stuff as far as what I'm bringing, cameras, you know, audio stuff, all of that stuff. This really, to me, is an indispensable tool. We're dealing with so many situations where we don't exactly know what the lighting is, that to have this C800 meter so that we can accurately read what the overall color temperature is in the different spaces that we're going to be shooting in is going to be a big deal. And the thing that I want to mention about this is, you know, we think about daylight when you go outside as 5600 or maybe 6000 Kelvin. The swings in correlated color temperature in terms of Kelvin temperature for outdoor stuff it's all over the place. So you could be getting towards the end of the day, towards that blue hour, and your Kelvin temperatures could be way, way up there in terms of the readings. Might be 10,000, 12,000 Kelvin. So, you know, having lights, by the way, not that we're going to be using those for exteriors, that can go in that 10,000, 12,000 range is actually great. Some of them now even go up to 20,000. So having this will be very advantageous overall to the production. So the C800 will be part of the whole thing. And then the other part of it will be this passport from Calibrite. This is the little, well, we're going to be using the video component of this, and we'll just roll on this every single time we bring a slate in. Well, that's not actually true. Pause, rewind, or stop, rewind, replay. We're going to bring this into each new location that we are rolling on a slate. So when we do charts and tone, this will roll in and basically we'll get this so that we have a reference point. You'll notice that there's a super black here. You might be familiar with that. You'll have to tilt that when you're using it so that it reads as a pure black when you're doing it. There's one other one here on the smaller chip, and this will also be a standard piece of kit both for interiors and exteriors on the production. That's kind of how my mind works on these things. It's a lot of checks and balances. I go back and forth and have gone back and forth with the DP many times. There's really little to no room for error on this particular production. Sometimes we have a pre-light day and we can go at a different pace. We can figure things out as we go along. And as long as it's not a weekend day, it's usually easy to source something if we don't have it. We don't have that luxury this time. Everything has to be thought out, including the gaffer who's going to be there, the swing, really they're going to grip an electric. And I've already given them a list, had conversations with them about what kind of lighting modifiers, support we're going to need for the production. And so that's all in writing. Don't just do it verbally. That's a bad way to do business. And make sure that you have everything set up. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I got to pack a few more things, including that MixPre 6.2, because that's the key to the castle for recording our audio for the project. I'm anticipating that my checked luggage will show up, but if it doesn't, then that one case that's getting on the airplane with me, along with my backpack, which will have my laptop, hard drives, etc., we can get the job done. All right, there you go. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.